Hi, Lisa Sacchetti here with the Renaissance Network, and I'm excited to be speaking with Al Noyes, the Chairman CEO of BW Walch, and we just finished an exciting search for him. So, Al, tell us a little bit about your experience with us with the Renaissance Network.
Well, great to see you again, Lisa. We we had a pretty important hire. We needed to bring someone into the company who at the senior most leadership position, and because we're in education, we also needed someone out of that space, and looked at a number of search firms in uh, educational technology and curriculum and that general area. One of our board members actually recommended the Renaissance Network and you, Lisa. And as soon as we connected, it was pretty clear to us that you had the energy, the rigor, the process, the experience, the network that made a lot of sense for what we were trying to do.
Good, and I appreciate you working with us. It was fun too. So, what surprised you about you've been in business for a while, you've worked with other search firms in the past. What surprised you about us? What was different?
That's a great question. I think there were two things primarily. The first of which was the fact that you've got the process so well nailed down. You've got a funnel, just like a sales funnel. You take the candidates once they become somewhat vetted. You take the candidates obviously through an interview process. You give them questionnaires and screening, assessments, things like that provided us lots of insight and more confidence in the process. So those were different from what we've seen when working with other retained search firms. And then the other thing that really surprised me is when you said early on we would have a candidate by the end of December. And having been through this a number of times, I thought there was absolutely no possibility we would get someone that quickly. And in the end, we did. So it was the process and the professionalism and the maturity of the process you have in place, and plus the fact that you move very quickly. And maybe we just got lucky, but it was very impressive.
Oh, I appreciate that. No, and you were of course great to work with as well.
Well,
Anything that anything else that you'd like to add? If you were talking to another CEO who's thinking about using us for a search, any advice that you'd give them when working with us?
When you work with a professional services firm, obviously, there are a number of elements that are important, and process is important, experience is important, but I also think it's important that you realize that you're going to be spending a lot of time with the individuals you're working with.
Yeah.
And Connell and myself, Connell's our board member, as you may recall, with whom I teamed up on this search. Both Connell and myself, I think, enjoyed working with Sandy, enjoyed working with you, thought that the process was something that was both productive and something we look forward to, our meetings every week. So, beyond what would otherwise be obvious, I believe that you really ought to make sure that the chemistry works between the two sides of the equation.
Yeah, good. Well, Al, I appreciate it. And I'm going to be proud to show this video to other individuals who are thinking about hiring us. And it was fun to work with you. And now we'll see your organization grow exponentially very quickly.
I think you're right. And if anyone wants to call me, feel free to refer them to me also, Lisa.
Thank you, Al.